we're gonna do a quick video on the kayak setup for 2021. Just gonna do a quick walkthrough of all the stuff that I got on here. Right now the kayak is still hung up, so it's gonna be moving a little bit. On the back here, I got the Yakgadget. This is the anchor pole mount. It's really well built, and for this mount, it actually wasn't made for this kayak. I actually just custom modded it myself, and I just drilled some holes through the back of my Ketch 110 high drive. And if you guys don't know, I'm running the Pelican Ketch 110 high drive too, and I've used this kayak on shallow rivers, especially the Wisconsin River. I fish the Wisconsin rivers a lot in the summer, so pretty well rivers and bigger or smaller lakes. Standard milk crate. I don't have any rod holders attached to this because, as you know, I have one rod holder there, one over here. I got two up here, and I also got one in the back over there. So 5 rod holders, 5 rods. That's more than enough for me. Going on to the pedal. This is a brand new pedal. I used it just at the end of the season. I had to buy a new pedal since I lost my old one. They actually popped off and floated away, so I didn't have any tethers at that time. But now I do. So I'm running Neverlost gear tethers, and this is for the pedal. I'm also running one over here for my catch board, and I also have one for my pliers for my PFD. Moving back over here for the seat, I did do-it-yourself seat risers. So it's lifted up about 4 or 5 inches. I didn't want to go too high because I'll lose my center of gravity and the stability of it. So I tested this out last year on the river, and it's been really great. Didn't feel like I was going to tip over. More so in the beginning, just had to get used to it. One of the new additions to the kayak is my Garmin 73SV UHD. And as you guys know, I run this unit on my Bass King large firebox shuttle for the season for ice fishing. And this is the setup that I have right now for my Trasnducer pole. And just on my other video, really easy to flip up, and this stays. Especially when I'm at shallow points or, you know, weeds or whatnot. And another new thing I got was the Yakattack Cellblok. I had the first generation Cellblok, but I decided to buy the new one. And this one looks like it's molded with different materials, and it just overall looks a lot better. And another thing for my fish finder setup, I'm running the Yakattack Switchblade. Really awesome transducer mount or arm. I've used Scotty mounts in the past, but I moved over to Yakattack. Not sponsored anyway by Yakattack, but I just love using their products. In the center here, you will see my do-it-yourself trolling motor. This is a 24-pound thrust water snake trolling motor, and it's gotten me or saved a lot of times out in the water, just traveling to spots, or, you know, on the day when you paddle all day, this trolling motor will take you back to the boat landing, and you will save a lot of energy. So I will leave a link to this do-it-yourself trolling motor if anybody is interested in doing one for their kayak. This will work for the Hobies and the Pelicans, and I believe the Vibe Shearwaters, depending on your model, that will accept this cassette down here. I believe that cassette was the Eclipse cassette. Moving on to the other side here, this part right here is the Yakgadget. This is their live well. Basically, it's what it is. It's a live well. When I catch a fish, and if I don't have room on board, or if I want the fish to settle down a little bit before I start to measure it on my board, I'll throw them in the live well using my Yakattack leverage landing net, as you can see here. and it's worked really well in the past, and I'm excited to use it again for this year. Just another addition to the anchor setup. This is the anchor wizard. I'm just using the crank. I had the whole setup with the chute prior, but after I got the Yakgadget anchor pull mount, I actually just kept the crank, so I can crank it counterclockwise, release the pull, and then just go clockwise to pull it back up. So as you can see here, got our own custom Ketch board, and these boards are made in the USA, and they are built really well. I've had a blue one, so now I went with this color. This is like an army green color, and I also have their yellow bump board too. So, and again on this side, Neverlost gear. Can never go wrong with Neverlost gear. Just to keep everything secure, and if something were to fall out, you know that you're not gonna lose anything. With the net also, I'm running the Neverlost gear. It stretches pretty far out, so a lot of the stuff doesn't get tangled up with each other. And just last thing, last attachment, I have my Yakattack. This is the Panfish camera mount or pole. Used that last year, and it's a really well built camera pole if anybody's looking for a camera pole for any of their outings. So I highly recommend a lot of the Yakattack products. They are really well built and built in the USA, if that matters to anybody. And that's gonna conclude just a walk around of the kayak for 2021 season. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to give me a message or leave a comment below, and I will try to answer them the best that I can.